the Realtors View. Brought to you by Vieweg Real Estate, where we discuss the local market, real estate tips, helpful information, and life in Central Illinois. And now your host, Jim Wilkerson.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Jim Wilkerson, and today is Thursday, August the 17th. And today I have with me Vieweg agent Star Brown.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, good. So great to have you today. Star, we're right in the middle of our Barbie campaign.
Yes.
So for those of you out there listening, you may not know what we're talking about, well, you probably heard of the Barbie movie. This really doesn't have anything to do with the movie per se. It's just about people remembering Barbie and just having fun with it. And we thought it'd be a fun idea just to do a little campaign, really pushing the things that agents do for their clients in a fun way. So, we've had Brenda Reynolds was our first one. She was the negotiation expert, or the negotiation Barbie. Mm-hmm. And so we've had several. And Star, you are the out of the box Barbie, or the thinking outside the box expert.
Yes.
And so I want to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
So agents, if you haven't heard yet, agents have to do a lot of that sometimes. Sometimes it's not as easy as just putting a sign in the yard and it sells. Sometimes you have to do a little extra, and we were talking a little bit before we hit the record button here, that not too long ago you had one of those cases. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, and you're absolutely right. Every transaction is different. So in order to get to closing, sometimes you do have to go the extra mile for a client. In my case, I recently represented a seller who had moved out of town and did not anticipate his home selling so quickly. I believe we got in contract after about 3 days of being on the market. Mm-hmm. And there were still some things that needed to be done with the property, so he was doing a lot of traveling back and forth within that time so that we could make it to closing. And the day of closing, we did not have all of our paperwork in, and it was too late to get it electronically signed, as well as to overnight the paperwork. So I had to drive 3 hours in order to get our final paperwork, which was our closing settlement with a wet signature, so that we can actually close and everyone leaves the table happy. Had we not, or had I not driven in order to get the paperwork, we would not have closed that day, and it would have prolonged the transaction, possibly not even making it to closing, but we made it right in the nick of time.
Well, Chicago, 3 hours one way. So
yes.
Talking about a 6-hour trip. When did you leave? Like break it.
I left. I did leave a little early, knowing that I was on a time crunch. I believe closing was at 3 that day. Wow. So yes, definitely had to put the pedal to the metal.
Speed a little?
Just a little.
Well,
I had to. We had to. I wanted to make sure we got it closed, and I didn't want to cause any more hassle for my client with having to travel any further, take more time off of work. So I took on that responsibility of meeting him where he was and getting the paperwork back in time.
Well, I'm sure they really appreciated you,
oh yes,
doing that.
He was overwhelmed. He was more so focused that we would not close due to miscommunication with getting the paperwork back. However, we definitely made it work. So he was very happy with that.
Well, that's not just thinking outside the box. That's good customer service.
I try.
Yeah, and You know, and I know there's probably agents out there who would never even wouldn't even think of doing that.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, if you're out there, you're looking to buy or sell, agents will go the extra mile if you have a good agent.
Yes.
So it's important that you interview, that you get to know someone, or if you have a good referral that you trust, it's important to get to know that person, and so that you know you have someone that you can work with and that's going to do a good job for you.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I'm thinking about it a little bit more. It's not just good customer service, but it's that thing inside you that you say, I'm going to get this done. Mm-hmm. It's a thing, I don't know if I want to call it a drive, but maybe it's a determination. You take the responsibility of it, and instead of looking for ways to blame whoever, mm-hmm. you knew it's something that had to be done, and you got it done. And that's sometimes what you need in real estate. You need an agent who is just willing to do a little extra, or a lot extra, or whatever, you know, to get the job done. And right now we're in a seller's market. Right now you guys are having to work harder for buyers. When you're representing buyers because low inventory. So what does that mean? Like when let's say you have a buyer right now and they've been looking and it's hard to find something. What does that mean for you? I mean, as far as thinking outside the box.
So with the low inventory right now, it's not ideal for the buyer to keep waiting, especially when they're ready to move. So for me, what I would do is kind of see where they would like to look at properties and maybe open up that range a little bit, show them a little more outside of the area, maybe get them better acquainted with the style of home they would like. And you know what, when things are tight like that, when the market is not high on inventory, it is the perfect opportunity to be able to network with other agents, especially in your own team. They may have properties that are not on the market just yet, but they may have in their back pocket, or to even just network with other agents across the industry and see what's out there, what may be coming up, so that I can keep at least my buyers with something to look forward to.
Yeah, well, you make a great point there. This is just that network. And, you know, for those who are out there, they're trying to buy, and they're not utilizing an agent, they don't really have a network. They don't have other agents to talk to. They don't have other people to say, hey, you know, someone else is going to get ready to sell. They don't have any of that. So all they're doing is really just looking at websites every day, hoping. You know, they might be signing up to get notifications but sometimes that's not quick enough, because sometimes in this market, a home goes on the MLS or on a website and it's sold in 24 hours. So
yes.
So you make a great point. Networking is such a powerful thing for you guys and for our clients, because they get the benefits of your network, and that's part of why they should lean on agents. So, yeah, great point.
Yes.
Well, Star, I tell you what, thinking outside the box is a great thing, and we always have to keep doing that, because the market can change, situations can change, so you always have to be looking for how you can do your job better for your clients, and that's why you're the out-of-the-box Barbie.
Yes, thank you.
So, well, thanks, Star. If someone wants to reach out to you, they want to talk to you about buying or selling, how do they do that?
You can find me at our Vieweg website.
Mm-hmm.
My contact information is on there. Also, my email is star@viewegrealestate.com. I'm available by telephone, email, any manner. But if you look me up, my information is out there.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Star, and we hope you have a great rest of your year.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome.
The Realtors View is brought to you by Vieweg Real Estate. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and our YouTube channel. And thanks again for listening to The Realtors View.